Today is the 28th of November and we're off to Wilton near Salisbury for the start of the second part of the best petrol ZS SUV ever, a week with a 2021 MG ZS 1 litre exclusive manual. There we should be meeting Mr. Bill from the Whilst Wheels YouTube channel, who has reviewed many of MG's current range that I've been bringing to him whilst they've been on test with me. It's pretty cold today. I think it's something like 2 degrees, but the weather is clear, there's no wind. I'm very grateful for that. I know in a lot of other parts of the country, many of you have been affected by high winds and snow and rainfall, and it's not very pleasant really. But for now anyway, I'm on the way there, just joined the M27. Rather, this is technically the bottom of the M3, but you know what I mean. And we'll be there about 35-40 minutes, I think. This is not a full review of the MG ZS 1 litre manual. I've already done a review actually of the car back in May when these were very new. Obviously we did about a Summit Garage as part of the Tweed Jacket Reviews series. I'll link to that in the video description. Just want to say as well, I know it's my reason I'm to say this, but if you find the videos boring, if you find this is the worst thing you've ever seen, then just please go and watch something else. I've had comments on these weekend reports that I've done with these cars saying they're boring and the worst thing I've ever seen. Well, simply don't waste your own time, go and do something else. Those of you that are still here, those of you who appreciate it, then we'll come back when we actually get to Wilton with Mr. Bill, and we'll see what he thinks of this one. Good morning, Mr. Bill.
Good morning.
Right, here we are again, more MG filming, this time in Wilton near Salisbury, and we can see that you've brought a friend along too.
Yeah, we have a Fiat Panda friend today. This is the Fiat Panda 4x4. It's a climbing edition as well.
The climbing edition, eh?
Yeah, you can see actually the differences between the two. Obviously sporty diffuser, not so sporty diffuser, more off-roady. Anyway, we're not here for the...
No, we're not there, we're here for this. So the 2021 MG ZS 1 litre manual exclusive with panoramic roof. Have you enjoyed it, sir?
I have. I rather like the little 1 litre engines in there. I like 3-cylinder turbo engines generally, so it's quite a pleasure to drive one of these things.
It's better than that 1.5 in the MG3, isn't it?
The MG3, I think it could benefit with a 1 litre turbo in it, quite frankly. I mean, it's a nice car, it drives really well, but it could do with that. Yeah,
I've been saying that for I don't know how long, forever. Right then, sir, I suppose I'd better get on my way to Somerset, and I'll let you get back and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yes, you have more filming to do, so I shall let you get on. Anyway, thank you very much, Joseph, and MG Motor UK.
Thank you, sir. Well, viewers, have we got some treats for you that we've just filmed? I mean, when was the last time you saw one of these Daihatsu Charade? This is a G102, but the general series of these is just known as the G100 Charade. This is a 1993. And we've got a pre-facelift, original generation Proton, 1.3 GL with a 1.5 engine from 1992. So yes, we've just finished here. As you can see, the sun is already quite low, and it's only about 3 o'clock. But the car has survived its journey down to Somerset, so we will go, I think, back to the hotel now, where I booked to stay the night. So I'll be editing some videos when I get there, and generally having a bit of a rest because it's been another busy week. But the MG's doing very well. If I just get inside, Just throw me secret mission documents into here as well. There we go. Just see what the sort of fuel economy and things is doing. There we go. Let's load that up. Bongs, bongs, bongs. Bong, 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 bongs. Come on. Rear drives. Right, make sure the radio doesn't go off. I don't think it's going to. No, it is. Keep quiet. Just 1 second. Okay, that's my current journey, so that's not relevant. So the press office depot for this car is about 87 miles away from where I live, so I've done 320 miles so far this week, and the average fuel economy is about 40. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. And I've got 257 miles of range, so I'll have plenty of fuel to get back to Eastleigh tomorrow. Excellent. So I think that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow morning, I suppose. Good morning. Today is the 29th of November, and we're in Weston-super-Mare. Although no time to really visit the beach today. It's a little bit cold, not really beach weather. Better get back to Eastleigh. Before we do that though, there's one thing I do need to do, which is to show you the sat-nav of this car. So I haven't turned it on. Keys in my pocket, so twice on here. Make sure we mute the stereo when it comes on. I just want to show you how quickly the sat-nav loads. Now we're in a sort of neutral place. I'm not going to use you know, my address. I think I might use the postcode for the House of Commons and see how that goes. Right. Yes, Bluetooth will fail. It will go back into some static things. So navigation. I'm going to start this at the minute mark on my phone. No, thank you. Go. Okay, there we go. It's actually 1:05. Let's just see how long this takes to load up, because it is a little bit of a long one. Accept. Come on. Ooh, what's it doing now? It's probably calculating the route to the hotel. Right, we don't want that. Okay, I think that's basically sort of where we're supposed to be. Back. Okay. Right, that's where the hotel is. New route, I think it will just come up with, there we go, yeah, it's just come up with sort of here. So what we can do is go address, and then go to town or postcode. So we'll go House of Commons, I think, is SW1A. SW1A 1 space 1 A. Right, here we go. Go to town. There we are. And there are... Actually, is that Buckingham Palace? Dear me, if I don't know the difference between the Houses of Parliament and Buckingham Palace, I won't be able to go on any more secret missions, will I? So we select that as a destination. It's just calculating the route. Come on. Come on. So it does have postcode entry, but you have to know how to use it. There we go, it's almost a straight line all the way there. There we go, we can pick alternatives. It's 139 miles, it should take me 2 hours, 41 minutes. Now bear in mind, this does not have traffic information on it, so it probably will take me a little bit longer than 2 hours, 41 minutes to get right into the centre of London. And of course I'd have to pay the congestion charge, so maybe that's not such a good idea. And it's the last day with the MGZS 1 litre exclusive manual. Question is really, am I going to miss this car? And I think so, actually. It's a surprise. The main disadvantage with this car is really nothing that necessarily that it is, it's what it lacks. And if you do compare us against some of its rivals, there are certain things lacking in it, and it means you've just got to very carefully shop around to make sure what's right for you. But the more I spend time with this car, the more I like it. It's not really a surprise. I have driven an absolute multitude of MGZS models before, including obviously the original ZS, which came back in 2001. But it was really on a journey I did yesterday from Weston-super-Mare back to Eastleigh that the car came into its own. It was about a 2-hour and 20-minute journey, mostly on the motorway, and the car acquitted itself remarkably well. I would have loved sort of like lane keeping assist or lane departure warning, although I know a lot of viewers out there won't care about that kind of thing particularly, and will, actually maybe choose a car that doesn't have that. But that was the only thing really I missed. The blind spot monitoring with this car is exceptional, and I think really I would like a car when we eventually do replace our Saniel Tivoli that has that. Who knows, it might be a slightly, a different version of one of these. I wouldn't really like to, I wouldn't like to say particularly, but possibly. So that's something that will happen in a few years' time. It's not something that will happen immediately. It's just very easy and pleasant to drive. The gearbox is quite nice. The engine makes a nice noise. It's relatively economical. I think I've got over 14 miles per gallon in the week that I've had this car. You can have different steering modes, so if you like heavier steering like I do, then you can have that. If you prefer lighter steering like my lady wife does, then you can have that too. The boot's a nice practical shape. There's plenty of room inside. The 360 camera is very helpful if you're manoeuvring. Panoramic sunroof is very good in this particular type of ZS. And the range starts, albeit with the engine I wouldn't recommend, a 1.5 4-cylinder with a manual 5-speed gearbox, at about £16,000, which is not a lot of money for a new car these days actually. Think about something like a Polo's £18,000 starting price. So actually, viewed in context, this is a really, really good car. I just wish it had just a couple more things that will make it almost perfect, but nothing's perfect. Neither is our Saniel. Of course that's not perfect. It'd be stupid for me to claim that. But yes, it's been an interesting week and I have enjoyed it. Don't expect, class-leading dynamics with this car. Don't expect it to be in any way kind of a sports car, which MG, used to be known for, because it isn't. But it's something that will do family duties. It will do high mileage on the motorway. It's a lot easier to park than something like an HS because it's physically smaller, and also it comes with this 360 camera on the top trim, which is really helpful. I prefer this manual gearbox to the automatic. The automatic I don't think would get as good fuel economy as this either. And it's topped off by the 7-year warranty. It just makes a very appealing package for itself, and I think, when equivalently priced rivals like a Skoda Kamiq or something like that can cost thousands and thousands of pounds more and come with a similar type of powertrain, a shorter warranty, and sometimes even sort of questionable styling in some of these cars, I think it is pretty good. I've enjoyed it anyway. Right, we just need to take this to the car wash. I just want to get this a little bit cleaner than it is at the moment. When it goes back, I won't go too far overboard, because I know on the next journey I'll have some filth come back onto it, but we might as well do that. And then I think we'll try to bring this to an end, because I've talked for, long enough. Right, viewers, that will do. Managed to get some of the grime off at least. Let's I'll just go in here. I will shake these mats out as well before I hand this car back tomorrow. Let's see now what kind of statistics we've actually got for the 6 days or so that I had this car. So during the time that I've had this car, it's done just under 41 miles per gallon. I didn't do 87 miles of this driving. That was from a depot to where we live. So I think we'll just be under 500 miles for the week when it's picked up tomorrow, because I've got at least a couple more things to do today. So that's it really. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching this video. The best petrol ZS SUV ever, a week with a 2021 MG ZS 1 litre exclusive manual. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. Polite comments only, please. I don't mind you sort of saying you don't particularly like the car, that's not really a problem. But if you're sort of rude and things like that, I tend to remove them, because that's not very fair really in everyone. And maybe we'll get another car on test for a week again soon. Depends really how you like the last couple we've done. Thank you ever so much indeed once again.